exactly is common sense?
Common sense is the kind of practical, everyday knowledge you share with most people. Whether it's knowing when to cross the street, what to wear to work, or deciding what to eat, your brain is constantly making judgment calls to guide you through your daily life. This ability to think and behave in a reasonable way is what we call common sense, and it happens without you being consciously aware of it. To see what we mean, here's illusionist Eric Leclerc once again.
Right now, your brain is probably telling you what I just did was impossible, right? Here, let me do it again for you.
Okay, so how did he do it?
Turns out, when it comes to ropes and common sense, what you see is not always what you get.
It may seem like the only time you do notice common sense is when something doesn't quite match up with what you think. As you're about to see in this next game.
All right, guys. So here I've got a watermelon and an egg. This watermelon is pretty heavy. It's about 14 pounds. The egg, not so much, about 2 ounces. So then the question is, if I was to drop these at the same time, which one is going to hit the ground first? What does your common sense tell you?
I think it's the watermelon.
Why?
Because it's heavier, I feel like it would fall faster.
Okay, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the egg.
The egg?
More aerodynamic.
Okay, what do you think?
The watermelon, because it's giant, right? Like gravity's doing something?
Sure, yeah. What about you guys at home? What do you think?
Which do you think will hit the pavement first? The watermelon or the egg? We're going to make a mess to put gravity and your common sense to the test. We're going to take this watermelon and this egg up 4 stories. Then we'll drop them from that height at the same time to see which one will go splat first. Common sense might be telling you that the watermelon will win this race. But are you sure?
Are you ready to see what the actual answer is?
Yeah.
All right, let's drop it.
Oh, God.
Did you catch a clear winner? In case you missed it, we'll slow things down for you. As you can see, it's a tie.
What happened?
Hit at the same time.
Yeah, they both hit at the same time.
Right? They both landed at the exact same time. Now, some of you may have known that already. After all, it's become common knowledge of physics. But there was a time that most of the civilized world insisted that heavier objects fall faster. It wasn't until the 16th century that Galileo proved how gravity affects all objects the same.
As you're about to see, when it comes to common sense, looks can be deceiving. That's because when something seems obvious, your brain has no problem trusting common sense shortcuts. Brought in comedian Ben Bailey to ask some people on the street a few logic questions. Play along and see if your common sense is better than theirs.
Hello, ladies. How you doing?
Good.
Are you ready for the common sense quiz?
Bring it on.
Let's do it.
First question, do you feel like you're a person who has common sense?
Not all the time.
Not all the time?
So.
That's a good, honest answer. More than average?
Enough to get by.
Enough to get by.
Yeah, for the most part.
You thought about it?
We're about to find out.
Here we go. If you're running in a race and you pass the person in second place, what place are you in?
I know everybody said first, but I'm not gonna be dumb and say first.
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 So, what place would you be in? The answer, second place.
I'm still stumped with that one.
All right, let's pretend we're all in a race. You're in second place. You're in
Then I'd
third.
be in second
I'm
place.
winning, then you're in second place.
Okay, I get it.
All right.
Okay.
Just me turning around did that.
We admit, these questions are designed to test your common sense. But you could also call them trick questions. So, you'll have to pay really close attention and harness your uncommon sense to get the right answer. Think you've got what it takes?
Of course.
You're driving a bus with 10 people on it. At the first stop, 4 people get off and 2 get on. At the next stop, 3 people get off and 5 get on. And at the last stop, 6 people get off and only 1 gets on. How old is the bus driver?
Give me a break. How old is the bus driver?
That's a trick question.
They're all trick questions.
Do you have your answer at home?
Old enough to drive a bus?
16, over 16? He is at least 18.
He's at least 18.
I'm gonna say he's an older guy.
He's an older guy.
About 85.
85. I'm not riding on that bus.
You're not riding?
I think he needs to be retested. All right, I'm going to read the beginning of this question to you, and then you're really going to be angry. You're driving a bus.
Oh, no!